I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. On the return, it's Taylor. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep. That's when you're in big trouble.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Now a first down carry by Jones.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that
throw. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be continues.
Fields. Oh, that's into it. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running right, Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 15. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
On the sneak, Rodgers, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield and fell incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Flush to his right. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Jakeem Grant now to return.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Dancing to his left. And here he's got Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And 22 more yards there and another first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of
He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. They've got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And it's giving me the evil eye, folks.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Now Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On 1st down, Jones.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Bilal Nichols there on the stop.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And some room to work. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 5.
136 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
To throw is Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
Able to power through.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 12.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. Darnell Mooney, the target there.
But it'll be 2nd down.
Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
3rd and goal from the 6. Here's Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try to get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The return man is Grant.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
First down.
On first down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. To the air again, Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Back to throw, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this one is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
One last throw here for Fields.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.